Hi everyone, my name is Akorede Adenike. You're welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time of you checking on my channel, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for you to be notified each time I upload new video. In today's tutorial, I would like to teach you how to draft blazer jacket cut together with the collar. It is also called shawl jacket. This is my pattern paper that I'm using for the drafting today, and I'm drafting the back first. So this place indicates my shoulder line. From my shoulder line, I'm going to measure my chest line. To get my chest line is half of my round armhole. My round armhole is 17 divided by 2 is 8.5 plus half-inch seam allowance. That will give me 9 inches. So from my shoulder to my waist is 17 plus half-inch seam allowance. That will give me 17.5. From my shoulder to my hip, the length of which is the full length of my jacket is 24 plus 2 inches seam allowance, because I'm going to use half to join it on the shoulder and 1.5 for the bottom of the jacket. So I'm going to make all the points a straight line. So that's just it. Now on my shoulder line now, I'm going to input my that will be joining on my back. I'm going to measure half-inch all through. There will be a joining at the center back of my jacket. So here's the half-inch for seam allowance. Now on my shoulder line, I'm going to input my neck width, which is 3 inches, and my shoulder measurement. My back measurement is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5 plus half-inch seam allowance. That will give me 8 inches. Here is it. So on my chest line too, I'm going to input that 8 inches to get my armhole. So I'm going to connect it like this. So to get my shoulder slant, I'm going to come down by half-inch from this place, from my shoulder line, to get my shoulder slant. So I'll now connect it slantly like this for my shoulder slant. My neck depth will be, for the back, will be 1.5. So I'm going to connect it with my curve ruler. If you don't have your curve ruler, you can use your free hand. That's just it. So I'll now input all my circumference now. On my chest line, I'm going to input quarter of my bust. My bust is 38 divided by 4 is 9.5 plus half-inch is, that'll give me 10 inches. On my waistline, I'm going to input quarter of my waist. My waist is 34 divided by 4 is 8.5 plus 1 inch for that. That will give me 9.5. There is it. So on my hip line, I'm going to input quarter of my hip. My hip is 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. There is it. So I'm going to connect it. So I'll now input my seam allowance. I'm going to input 1.5 for seam allowance all around. So on my waist here, on my waist at the back, center back here, I'm going to come in by ½ inch from here. Here is it. So I'm going to reconnect it from the hub here. Slantly like this. And slantly downward like this. So, because I want this place to be shapy for everyone at the end of the day. So, to get my armhole now for the back, I'm going to measure what remains here, which is 8.5 from this place down to this place is 8.5. Just fold your tape measure into 2 like this and mark the center out. So I'll now connect my armhole like this for the back pattern. And for the dart, my camera went off. To get my back dart from the chest line here, I came down by 1 inch. From the chest line here, came down by 1 inch, and from this center line, you know, I said this ½ inch is for seam allowance. So from this center line now, I measured 4 inches for my dart because I used my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5 plus ½ inch seam allowance. That'll make it 4. So on my waistline here, I'm going to come in on both sides by ½ inch. So from my hip line here, I came up by 2 inches to get my dart. So I will now connect it like this. That is for my back dart. So this place too like this. That is for my back dart. So I'll now cut it out. It's a little bit curve like this. Can give it a little bit curve like this, your side, but I'm leaving my own like this and making it straight. So my neck, shoulder slant. So I'm going to shape the center back out. So my paper is folded into 2. Let me show you how the back look like. Here is it. As you can see, it's very nice and beautiful. Here is my center back that I said I'm going to join together because there is no zip for it. It's a blazer jacket. So my dart and my side and my neck. So I'm going to use one of these back now to trace my front. So here is another pattern paper for my front pattern. I measured 5 inches here and 5 inches upward for my collar. So I'm going to place my back on it like this now. So make sure you place this line on this line. So place it very well on the neck too, on the shoulder. Make it align together like this. This line, let it match this line. So I'm going to trace it out now. I'm going to trace it out. Shoulder. shoulder slant, my neck width to my chest line. So I'll now draw it out now. There's my side. My side. And the length of my jacket. My waistline. My chest line, my bust point line, my chest line, so on my chest line I'm going to input my shoulder, which is 7.5 plus ½ inch seam allowance. So I'm going to connect it like this to get my front armhole. So my shoulder slant, so from this point now I'm going to measure what is here and find the middle of it. What remains there is 8.5 divided by 2. Just fold your tape measure into 2, and on this point now come in by 0.75 and connect like this straight, and here now I'm going to connect it like this for my front armhole. That's my front armhole. So to get my collar now, let me first of all get my dart for my front. From my shoulder I'm going to measure, from my bust point here I'm going to measure 2 inches downward for my dart, and from this line I'm going to measure my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5 plus ½ inch seam allowance. That will give me 4 inches. So from my hip line here, this is my hip line, because I added 2 inches for my seam allowance. This is my hip line now. This is my seam allowance. This is my hip line. So let me input that 4 inches for the dart, and I'm going to come up by 2 inches. So let me just connect it like this. I'm going to connect it like this. To get my dart. So on my waistline I'm going to come in by ½ inch on both sides. So I'm going to connect it slantly like this. So this is my dart for the front. So now I'm going to measure from this line, from this center line here, I'm going to measure 1.5 from my button hole straight down. So I'm going to connect it. just like this. Now, to get my collar, I'm going to connect this to my waistline, my neck width to my waistline. So after that, from this line now, I'll just measure what is here on my neck line. I'll measure what is here on my neckline. What is here now is 4 inches. I'm going to measure that 4 inches upward, slightly like this. 4 inches. So here's where the 4 inches stop. So I'll now measure 3 inches. You can make it 4 inches. It's your choice. So let me measure 3.5 for it, for the width of my collar. So now I'm going to give it a straight line here. Here's my collar width is 3.5. So I'll now connect it like this. I'll measure that 3.5 here too. So 3.5 here too. So connect it like this. So when you get to your waist, you can give it any shape you want. You can decide to give it a sharp like this, but I'm making it like this. I'm giving it a shape like this. So that's my collar. That is my collar for my jacket now. I will not cut it out. So here is it. This is how my collar will be. It'll just be like this, and here is for the back collar. Here is it. As you can see, it's very nice and beautiful. I'm cutting 2 of these for the front. If you want to make it shape, you can just shape it from the bottom here and cut it out, but I'm making my own straight like this. So here is for the front pattern. I'm cutting 2 of these on my fabric, and here is for my back pattern. I'm cutting 2 of these 2 on my fabric. Using a basic sleeve for it. I have a video on how to draft the basic sleeve. I'm going to put the link in the box below. In my next video, I'm going to cut the fabric and make the sewing of these jackets. So this is where I'm stopping for today. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to support my channel. Join me on my Facebook group, Dictates to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter at Akorede Adenike. I'm also on Instagram at Akorede Adenike. So, till I see you in my next video, guys, stay blessed. Bye-bye.